It's wheel to wheel, Hamilton and Verstappen, and this time Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed out. Hamilton's going to try again, this time on the inside, a continent touch. Verstappen is out of the race, and that's a big crash.
Did the McLaren go round?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. That's Lando Norris. And it's lights out, and away we go. Lewis Hamilton goes around the outside, and Sainz is spun round and is tagged. And Ocon might be compromised now as Fernando Alonso goes off the track. That's a high-speed crash, and he's made contact with Lance Stroll. Very airborne. He's in the slipstream. He's got the speed. Can he be late on the brakes and dive down the inside? He's going for it. Charles Leclerc. The crowd roar their approval. Hamilton is second. Here goes Max Verstappen down the inside on Charles Leclerc. It's the old switcheroo from Leclerc, though. He's got him on the exit. Closing in on Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton leading the race. Verstappen goes down the inside. Hamilton sees that coming. Tries the switcheroo. Verstappen goes deep, and now they're going to go wheel to wheel. Hamilton tries to go round the outside. Verstappen just runs him out of space, but then there's a drift from the Red Bull, almost giving Hamilton the chance to move back again. Now the track will swing left-handed. Hamilton hasn't given this one up. Max Verstappen wins the United States Grand Prix. Vettel in his final United States Grand Prix. Has he got the move done? No, not quite. George Russell takes the fastest lap of the race now. He's got the move done. The fireworks are going off, and on the track, Sebastian Vettel still giving his explosive action. Norris 6th, Alonso 7th, Sebastian Vettel comes home to finish 8th. It's lights out and away we go. Into turn 1 we go. Verstappen is ahead of Charles Leclerc. Leclerc trying to fight this one, but as they now head towards the S's, it's Verstappen who's leading. Is a Ferrari off, and it is. It's Carlos Sainz into the barrier and out of the race.
Red flag. God, what the? Yeah, what is this tractor? What is this tractor on track?
Are we going to get a pass through 130R in the wet here at Suzuka? They almost touch Hamilton and Ocon as Ocon defends for all his might. Hamilton under braking. Can he find a gap? No. Max Verstappen has taken the checkered flag. Meanwhile, 12th win of the season for Max Verstappen. Meanwhile, Leclerc goes across the rumble strip. Perez tries to get him on the outside of the final corner. Leclerc comes home to take second place. Sebastian Vettel in second. Fernando Alonso did manage to get George Russell, finishes in 7th place.
At the same time as Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah.
What a disaster. I mean, what you are doing this to me.
It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's lights out, away we go. Because down the inside now comes Carlos Sainz on Lewis Hamilton. Sainz just squeezes Hamilton, who goes over the rumble strip and launches into the air.
He was being held for quite a long time. Oh, they worked on the rear.
Because this is ruining his strategy. Valtteri Bottas recovering from a terrible start and last. There you go, there's the overtake for you.
Yes, he's got 2 into 1.
And he needed to do that because it was ruining his strategy.
It's the first mechanical failure for Mercedes in 2022.
Max Verstappen wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 15 wins in a season. That is the new benchmark for the rest to challenge. Sebastian, thank you. The memories definitely will.
Now it's us who has to remember these days.
Thanks, Seb. You've been a true champion for Red Bull, for Formula One, and for yourself too. You've got 105 days to go until we race in Bahrain and we start all over again.
And behind Fernando Alonso, it's his old teammate Lewis Hamilton. Here comes Hamilton into the Lecombe chicane, and they make contact. Hamilton rises up into the air. He's made contact with Fernando Alonso.
Lewis comes in and pinches him a little bit. Yeah, that's not Fernando's fault.
What an idiot, closing the door from the outside. We had a mega start, but this guy only knows how to drive starting first.
Sebastian Vettel in second. Fernando Alonso did manage to get George Russell, finishes in 7th place.
At the same time as Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah, he was what, 2.3 seconds quicker than Sebastian Vettel on the last lap, but not quite enough to get past Vettel at the line. Points go all the way down to 10th, so Russell gets points, Latifi and Lando Norris too.
We got him. You think it's still going, the race, or is it over?
Checkered flag is out, it's all over.
Yeah, what a mistake, eh? I mean, strategically. what a disaster. I mean, what you are doing is good to me.
It's lights out and away we go. Daniel Ricciardo makes contact there with Kevin Magnussen, and there's a second contact, and they're both out of the race. Perez is looking to try and go down the inside of his teammate. Verstappen goes around the outside of Lewis Hamilton. Has Verstappen got ahead by the time they get to the next corner? They touch. The Mercedes of Hamilton and the Red Bull of Verstappen make contact, and round the outside goes Charles Leclerc, and there's contact too with Lando Norris, and Charles Leclerc is off and into the barriers. And in his first season for Mercedes, George Russell, after winning the sprint yesterday, wins the Sao Paulo Grand Prix on a Sunday.
I'm sorry about that, Checo.
We're deep in everything afterwards.
Yeah, it shows who he really is.
Schumacher says thank you very much, I'll take 12th place. And Ocon, mighty compromise now as Fernando Alonso goes off the track. That's a high-speed crash, and he's made contact with Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. That is a big moment down the back straight. Let's have a look to see what happened there. Here we go. He did get very airborne. He goes to the left, and Lance Stroll moves to the left, Martin, to try and block Fernando Alonso, to try and stop the pass.
Yeah.
I crashed.
Okay, Lance, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's just unsettling the car into that first braking zone, and Perez has been spun round. Sergio Perez has lost it. Charles Leclerc is out of the race, and for the third time this season, Charles Leclerc, when leading a race, won't go on to finish it.
He's gone in hard.
Kevin Magnussen, who thought he was out of Formula One until he got the call up to come back, and to come back to Haas. What a fairy tale has absolutely happened for him here today, and Kevin Magnussen will be on pole position for the sprint race. It's lights out and away we go. Max Verstappen into Abbey, takes the lead, ahead of Carlos Sainz, and at the back that's George Russell out of this race, who's finished in the top 5 in every race this season, but he's out by the time they get to turn 1. It's Carlos Sainz out in front, down the inside, Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez make contact. We do have a safety car here at Silverstone. In comes Carlos Sainz, in comes Lewis Hamilton. Oh, and off the track goes Charles Leclerc as Carlos Sainz retakes the lead of this British Grand Prix. Hamilton and Perez are going wheel to wheel. Perez is ahead of Hamilton, and back comes Sainz and Leclerc. Leclerc behind his teammate towards Vettel now. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Leclerc has that inside line. Perez goes off the track, cuts the chicane. Off goes Leclerc. Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
Perez comes up the inside, he's taking the place back. Hamilton hangs it out around the outside. He's run out of road. Leclerc's still in the hunt as well.
Hamilton gets just blocked a little bit by Leclerc. Here comes Fernando Alonso down towards Cobbs.
Hamilton had to get out of the throttle. He was pushed to the outside there, and Alonso then couldn't make anything of that.
He's just inching ahead, urged on by the crowd. The roars of the crowd willing Hamilton back onto the podium, and he does move up into third place. Can he hold that position though, going into Cobbs? They're going side by side, Leclerc and Hamilton through Cobbs. A man making his 150th start from pole position is going to take victory, and for the first time in Formula One, Carlos Sainz is victorious. He wins the British Grand Prix. Sergio Perez, a brilliant recovery from him, takes second. Lewis Hamilton's on the podium.